Hey everybody, it's TheCrifix and welcome back to another episode of Yoshi's Island. In the last episode, we were really annoyed by all these things, all these seagulls and these friggin' balloons. And in this episode, we're gonna do 5-7 and probably World 5-8. I don't know why we wouldn't, so let's hop right into World 5-7. 5-7, shifting platforms ahead. Now, I hate to talk about my practice, like, all the time. But, you know what, I do it anyway, so you guys are just gonna have to put up with it. I don't want to spoil anything here, but I found that this level is actually, I think it's harder than the next level, and it's, I don't know, like, the castle that we're coming up to is a really great castle, and, excuse me, if any of you have ever played Yoshi's Island before, and you haven't played it in a long time, then you're probably going to recognize it almost immediately as I go up to it, because it's a very memorable castle, and actually, it's fairly memorable. Yeah, well, this level's starting off good already. The castle is very memorable to me, at least. Just because it's got some really unique mechanics. It's not a particularly hard boss fight, although I did take damage the first time I did it during my practice. So I don't know what that says more about the game, like the toughness of the boss, or my actual skill. So I guess we'll have to see. But anyways, yes, it is. Like I said, it's a very iconic boss for me and for everybody, I think, who plays Yoshi's Island. There's I think it's also iconic because I'm interested in not ROM hacking, but like ROMs in general. I have been ever since I started playing Earthbound, really. I think it's really interesting to know. I think this is true. I could be wrong, but this is one of the very few Super Nintendo games, or this is one of the, I think it's the only area actually in this game, not Super Nintendo games, but the only area in this game that gets majorly screwed up on emulators. So you can really tell if somebody's emulating this game playing on a real copy. So I guess you guys have got to see the legitimacy of my copy today, even though I've droned on and on about owning this on the Wii U, and also I don't know if I told you guys about this story, but this is a decent. Excuse me. I can go up there, so I'm gonna need you to let me. That's a bit of an issue. I haven't fallen down here before. That would be a new way to die. Yeah. So this is. Oh, actually, I didn't even think about doing that to those guys. That's actually a really good way to deal with those guys. That's very smart. Thank you for only thinking about that right now, Jacob. All right. Oh yeah. So like I was saying, this is a genuine copy of Yoshi's Island. I got it on the Wii U Virtual Console, as I drone on and on about. Yoshi's Island was actually the first video game that I ever owned. I believe, because my first video game system I ever had was a Game Boy Advance that my parents got me for, certainly not my first Christmas, but like the first Christmas, like that, that I was like, oh man, presents. I don't know. I could be wrong about that as well, but I remember seeing a picture of myself holding up a Game Boy Advance and a copy of Yoshi's Island. That kind of, I think this is the game really that kickstarted my gaming career, as you could say, I guess. But yeah, it holds a really special place in my heart. So I don't know if I've talked about that already. It seems like I have, but maybe I haven't. I certainly didn't ever do any of the hard levels on Game Boy Advance whenever I had it. I think I just did the regular story levels, and then that was pretty much it. But it still holds a place near and dear to my heart. I have a lot of fond memories as a child playing this game, and it's just a happy-go-lucky game, except for the times that it just screws you. It's like there's some times in this game, and you guys have seen, I profess to not being a very good gamer, although apparently I'm pretty decent at Mardek now that I'm actually playing it and seeing how not how my performance stacks up, but just in general, just seeing how the gameplay goes, and it's not that hard, although I guess I can grind in Mardek. But anyways, that aside, I profess to not being a fantastic gamer, but Yoshi's Island's got some tricky bits, and yep, I love it when that happens. I'm gonna meet you guys back there. Okay, and I'm back. I'm glad that went that went way more smoothly than the last time. All right, very good. So this level, when I first played it, first of all, there's a lot of moving paths in this, or there's a lot of moving things in this, and I would just be prepared to die a lot, because that's what I'm going to be doing this episode. Is I'm just going to be dying a lot. So for those of you who like seeing me suffer, this is going to be a good episode for you guys. And how many eggs do I have? I don't know how many eggs I have. I want at least 4. 4 is going to be good enough for this. So yeah, there's a lot of, oh, yeah, there was one, and there's, oh no, okay, I'm out of eggs, so I'm gonna need to grab some more. Oh, please tell me I have more eggs. I guess this will do? I haven't, okay, so there's a foam there's a foam area coming up, and I think I can crush foam with sunflower, with these seeds? Yeah, I can, okay. It's just gonna take, like, a lot of them. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't even really that bad. Like, I'm still shooting. Let's see how long I can shoot this for. Okay, yeah, that was way more than enough. I didn't need even half of that. Yeah, so actually, this part coming up here reminds me a lot of, I don't know if you guys who watch me are into indie platformers or anything like that at all. Or just indie games in general, because if you know indie games, you'll probably know this game. Especially if you like The Binding of Isaac. There is a platformer called The End Is Nigh, but created by Edmund Macmillan, who was one of the guys behind The Binding of Isaac. And it is a tough as nails platformer, and one of the... Oh, you jerk. You real jerk. I didn't know that's what that penguin was there for. I never got hit like that on the times I came up here. Oh my gosh, that penguin's a real jerk, man. Wow, I didn't even realize that. You know what? I'm going to be trying to be more careful about that then now. Alright, interesting. Alright, like I was saying, The End Is Nigh. Tough as Nails platformer, made by Evan McMillan. And I'm not sure who else was a part of The End Is Nigh. I just know that it was by Edmund McMillan. But anyways, it's a really great platformer, and all these falling blocks, because one of the main things that happens in the first world is that you get introduced to falling blocks after you touch a certain area of the level. So this kind of, I don't know, this kind of reminds me. It gave me a End Is Nigh vibe. Oh god. If there's one thing I don't like about this game, and there's a few things that I think this game could do better, but if there's one thing I don't like about this game, and maybe it's my controller. And maybe my controller could be on the way out, because it was one of the controllers I got with my GameCube. I'm using like a GameCube to like Wii adapter that I can just connect to my Wii remote like a nunchuck. And anyways, that's not the point. My GameCube might be going. However, sometimes I find this game doesn't take input, and maybe there's like some input lag after you jump for a reason. Maybe there's a point in having that kind of input lag, but it does annoy the Christ out of me. It's very annoying, because like sometimes you get hit, or like you do just grab Baby Mario like I did just there, and then you just can't flutter because of the input lag. So I don't know. Anyways, I thought this level seemed really long when I was playing it, but that's because I died a lot on that area with the penguin. And hey, we got another bonus challenge here. I started a lot of conversation topics I don't think I finished in that level. I'm not gonna remember any of them. Just letting you know. But we did get 100 points here. Very good. And wait, what? Oh, never mind. This is my never mind. I'm using the wrong save file. It doesn't really matter, because both my save files are in the exact same place anyways. Hold on, let me just focus here. I want to get this 7 up. Oh. Okay, that was way too early. That was close though. Way too early. Yeah, so I'm using the wrong save file, but it doesn't really matter, like I said, because the save files they're both in the exact same place. All right, so we got World 5-8 here. World 5-8. 5-8. Raphael the Raven's Castle, and this was the what's it called? This is the really iconic area for me and a lot of gamers. Also, there's one iconic and recurring thing that I think happens a lot in the next world. It's these guys that... Wait. Never mind. It's these guys who have the shorter... Like, you see, this guy is pretty thick with the pillar, but this guy is a really thin pillar. Once you step on it, it'll start collapsing the other way, which is kind of cool. I think that's kind of neat. But, I don't know. There's just so much build up to this castle. Like, I'm going to go on here, and it's going to, like, shoot me up until... the next thing, and you just gotta keep climbing up this stuff all the way around up into the castle and avoid those guys. I don't know, there's a lot of cool things. There's a lot of cool things with this castle. Also, additionally, since Raphael's a raven, he doesn't need floors. So there's also a lot of pits, just as with last level. There's a lot of pits to fall in this level. So you really should be careful. And actually, while I was going through this, I forgot that these guys could be killed. So all you need to do is just throw an egg up there, and you'll get them nice and good. And ooh, yes, I forgot about these as well. A lot of things I've just forgotten about. But yeah, it's to kill these guys, because these guys are kind of annoying if you don't have that. And I guess I'll just do that. Ooh, he's on spiky guys. Why are you on spikes? That must hurt your butt, man. You should talk to Raphael about getting like a more comfortable place to sit. Anyways, here's a new enemy as well. Is the rotating turret. So it's a turret, which is basically like all the other turrets, except it shoots a oh god, a bonsai bill in the direction that you are facing. So there's actually something up here that I'm gonna go up, I guess, too. But there's stuff over here that we can't normally get, so we're gonna try to use the bonsai bill to do a little bit of parkour here. So we're gonna wait for it to shoot up at me, and just jump on it. It's very, very easy. It's not very hard at all. Like I said, this castle, I haven't noticed it to be particularly difficult. And actually, I don't really want any of this winter melon. I used it in my practice session with limited effect. Oh boy, yep. You can freeze him, but it's not really necessary. Really what you're going for here, or really what I was going for, and I'm not sure if I can actually use these guys, but can I jump on... No, okay, it doesn't seem... Okay, so maybe it was a good idea to actually get that freeze melon. But what you're looking for here is you're waiting for a bonsai bill to come this way, and you're going to then jump on him to get up here. Because I think there's 1 or 2 red coins up here. Oh, 4 red coins, and also a flower, so that's very, very useful. I mean, like... Literally 1 red coin is the difference between failure and success, so, I mean, there's that too. Don't let anyone tell you, but you can grab arrow lifts to use them elsewhere. I'm sorry, notification box, because I already did this tip, like, back in the first castle, whenever the first instances of these things were. I already used that. I know about the strat already. And actually, I don't know if this is meant to be difficult or easy, but it's extremely easy if you can just do that and then just jump up to the top. Anyways, there's not a whole lot of difficult things in this. This is a fairly difficult area here just because there's so many friggin' seagulls. Baby Mario might get hit quite a bit, and then there's also a few ravens. Oh god. Yeah, that's a good thing I grabbed that. And also, yeah, there's a few ravens as well. And ravens are always kind of annoying because you can't just eat them, and I don't believe they die to eggs. Although, let me try that. Let me just make sure, because I don't think I've ever tried hitting a raven with an egg. I guess that is technically considered a wall, like the thing that they're standing on. Okay, let me just clear that out. Oh yeah, you actually can kill them with eggs. So that's not too bad. And actually, they're like, what is it? The way that they move actually hints at how the boss is going to act. So keep that in mind when you're fighting the ravens there, the small little ravens. Now Raphael, I believe, is the big raven, or at least it is in Paper Mario in the Yoshi village. So you have to keep that in mind for this as well. And also, if you didn't see it before, a little secret passage, which is nice. Head down here. I would go above first, just so I can show you guys how you would find this. However, I want to get the stuff in here before I hit the mid-ring, so that if I happen to die after the mid-ring, because it is a very good possibility that I might die after the mid-ring, that I have all this stuff so I don't need to redo it over and over again. Also, lots of stuff to talk about here. That other way to the left, there's nothing there except for coins. So if you're only going for 100% completion, then don't worry about going there. And I think I might be screwed. I got it. Okay. That's okay. I also might be screwed because the timing for this area is so ridiculously tight. I'm not sure why they made it so tight, but it's so incredibly tight. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it, but I might get it by just a hair. Like, let's see. I'm going to start? Yeah, I do start. Okay, good. I got it. That's really lucky because I had to do that like 3 times in my practice run to actually get that. Okay, I'm glad that I got that then. But, Oh, those are just regular coins, I think, but I want to make sure that they're not red coins, just in case they are. They're not. Okay, well, I mean, that's convenient, but at the same time, I didn't really need to go back down there. Alright, so that was the... I don't know if you guys heard, because I certainly didn't, but I also have my TV volume really quiet. But we are at 20 coins, 50 flowers. Or 20 coins, 5 flowers, I guess. 50 points from the flowers. So now, all we have to do is get to Mr. Raphael and beat him, and then that's it. But here's our boss door. We got 30 stars. Let's head on in. Hello, Mr. Raven. Mr. Raphael Raven. You cannot, well, never enter the Koopa Kingdom. I can speak today. I banish you forever to twinkle in the heavens. Be gone! Magic Koopa sounds like she had a bad day or something. She can't speak very well. Definitely wasn't me not speaking very well. You just got marginal. Okay, you hid us away. And this is the memorable mechanic of this level that I was talking about, is that we're actually on the moon, and way down there is Raphael the Raven. And he's gonna orbit towards our moon and hop on. And basically the point of this boss, so we don't have any eggs, but we can turn the world when we move. This is a really cool mechanic, I think, for a Yoshi's Island game. I don't think anything like this has ever been seen after this, so it's cool that it made it into this game. But basically, you're running around looking to hit these pegs on Raphael the Raven. Now, the trick is that there's only 2 pegs active at a time, so you have to get it so that he's on the opposite side of the planet from you. Now, a trick that I actually figured out while I was practicing this is if you can just jump over... No, that may be kind of dangerous. You can just kind of jump over Raphael until... Oh, God. He'll eventually just go onto the other side of the... Never mind. Maybe he won't go onto the other side of the planet. I think he'll just go onto the other side of the planet eventually here. No? It's weird because in the first form, I don't believe he actually goes in the halfway point between the pegs and the and between the pegs and not pegs. And on his second and third form, I believe I believe he does. And also on his third form, he's got this new attack that he's gonna use at some point. Come on, Raphael. Oh God. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh God, no. Travel really fast. Ah, God damn it. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do that. All right, Raphael, you've got me. I'm gonna have to redo your battle off screen or something. Okay, yep. Okay, so basically I'm just going to do the same thing here. I'm going to hang out on this platform. And hopefully he's going to stop. Nope. Hopefully he's going to stop. Hopefully he's going to stop right now. Nope. Ah, okay, I got to get him. Yeah, there we go. We got him. Very nice. I'm sad that I took damage, but I can just redo this fight off screen. The idea was so that you guys could see the fight at least. And that's World 5. We only have 1 world left. We're 83% of the way through the game, I think. Is that how that numbers work? 83.333 or something? Anyways, it's not time for math. I don't want to do math. It's a Sunday. I'm done with math for the week. Only 97 points. Oh, well. I'll get that off screen like I keep saying. And we got bonus 5 because we got over 700 or we got 700 or over points. And we're going to get bonus 5, and then we're going to get 5 extra whenever we get the remaining 9 points there. We're heading up onto the clouds next. We beat Raphael. And that's World 5. But where do we have to go for World 6, I wonder? Oh, we're getting... something happened to us. And here we are in the nightmare zone, the bad zone, Bowser Land. I don't know what to call this place. There might be an official name for it, but I don't know what it is if I do. And that's it for World 5. So in the next episode, we're going to start on World 6-1. So until next time, I hope you guys are having a great day. Peace off, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!